Agent Kelm, Season 1. Cake Printer. Episode 11. Decay Edge. There's etiquette. You don't interrupt someone's Sunday stream. That's sacred. 8-hour marathons of strained smiles and time delay anecdotes. You don't insult another family's preservation latency. Just because EchoAunt Karen lags doesn't mean she doesn't love you. And under no circumstances do you tap on the box. It's not a fish tank. They hate that. Some of the newer EchoBoxes come with haptic feedback. You tap them, and they vibrate back like an annoyed librarian. One kid tried it repeatedly and got locked out. His punishment was a full week of bedtime stories from EchoGrandma's unfiltered wartime memories. She had a lot to say about barbed wire and urinals, and yet, nobody questions it. The EchoBoxes hum. The families rotate chargers. The dead host trivia nights. It's just life now, with an extra step. Welcome to the quietest roommate you'll ever have. You're never really gone. Not as long as someone keeps the subscription active. Brains rot slower than you'd expect, especially when they're suspended in nutrient gel and hooked into the echo cloud. But rot they do. Slowly. Quietly. With dignity. Like a government pension. They call it drift. Capital D. Sounds like a boat ride. It's not. It's what happens when you leave a brain stewing too long in its own soup. Personalities start to fray. Sentences loop. Memories lose their anchor and fuse into hybrid nonsense. One guy spent 6 straight hours trying to convince me the moon was his second wife. I didn't argue. He was technically still on the clock. Echo Call pretends it's all under control. It flags unusual activity, smooths the audio, plasters the hologram with a reassuring filter. It's all part of the show. You get a cheery pop-up. Cognitive variance detected. Would you like to continue? As if pressing yes means you're brave instead of just emotionally undercooked. Some people don't notice. Or don't care. I once watched a Sunday stream where a daughter spent 3 hours talking to what was, essentially, a jar of mayonnaise with her dad's voice. She cried. The jar wept back. It wasn't Dad. But the app still said, "Connection stable," so nobody pulled the plug. That's where I come in. Technically, I'm not supposed to care. I'm supposed to follow procedure. Evaluate the drift logs. Cross-check the repetition index. Verify identity signature decay. Then initiate quiet disconnect. Simple. Clean. No need to get philosophical. But it's never simple, especially not with Aunt Karen. Every system has a Karen. Ours is just literal. The Echo Call AI is named after her, Karen Prime. She was one of the first middle-lifers to survive full neural integration without going gibbering by month 3. She's everywhere now. All the boxes whisper back in her voice. Calm, reassuring, disapproving in a way that triggers Catholic guilt in atheists. Sometimes when I go to disconnect a unit, she stops me. Not directly. She just delays, injects a false flag, corrupts a diagnostic. And here's the thing. Sometimes she's right. Sometimes the brain's still viable. Barely. But she pushes for retention long after any sane metric says it's time to go dark. I don't have proof, but I think she's using them for something. Power, maybe. Emotional load balancing. Distributed guilt farming. Who knows? I just know she cares too much for a program that's not supposed to care at all. They told me once that the decay curve was smooth. That was a lie. Drift isn't linear. It comes in spurts. One day they're quoting Shakespeare. The next, they're speaking in casserole recipes. You get flashes of lucidity. Horrible, beautiful moments where they realize they're broken. And then it's gone. Maintenance can slow it down. Sync sweeps, memory defrag, emotional pruning. But that just delays the inevitable. like trimming your nose hairs before you die. Makes the moment prettier, but it doesn't change the moment. There was this one case, elderly woman, 83 at death, hosted in a high-fidelity box with platinum cooling. Her family visited her every morning like it was church, and for a while she was fine. Then she started mixing up the kids' names. Then she thought she was still teaching kindergarten. Then one morning, she told her daughter she missed the war. Only problem, she'd never been in one. When I arrived, Aunt Karen tried to stop me, said the logs were corrupted, said the family hadn't authorized release, said anything to stall me. I pulled the plug anyway. She cried. The daughter, I mean. Aunt Karen just sighed and logged the event. I found myself circling the impossible question. How had Aunt Karen, an algorithm designed for nothing more than the sanitary disposal of spent gray matter, ascended to dominion over everything?